Oh, yeah, yeah.
Get yourselves a proper warm-up. We'll be deploying soon. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Alright, that's enough mucking about. Now we do this for real. Battle Royale. Be advised, gas is closing in. Proceed to the safe zone.
Now, how was he able to shoot? Well, from my angle, it looked like from the wall, or not the wall. Sorry, from the ground.
We've got gas moving in.
Well. I knew where it was the first time. Right there, it is. There it is.
Daddy.
Yeah, right.
You're 3.
Yep, 3. Hey, don't open up here, right? Hey.
There's an enemy team hunting you.
Here. Don't open up here. Why? Riley, please. Oh my God.
Friendly loadout drop on the way. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Hold your ass out.
We've got gas moving in.
Calling for recon.
UAV entering the AO.
Got gas inbound. Safe zone
Heading this
relocated.
way.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB
Heading
for
this way.
resupply.
Friendly recon's online.
Copy. Advanced UAV entering the AO. Scanning for hostiles.
Mark the buy station.
Be advised, advanced UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.
Enemy vehicle.
Gas is moving.
Fucking cheating faggot, fucking cocksucker.
This is the Gulag. Survive and you can redeploy. You have to wait for your turn, mate. Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. Now go sort this fucker out.
Bite the bullet and carry on.
Looking a little worse for wear. You're heading back to base. You are one of 25 remaining.
You camping fucking
core wheat bread, gathering, baking, and delivering the goodness of nature from one generation to the next, and from seed to slice.
Hungry for a double deal? This beefy BLT just put on a little ranch. The new BLT Ranch Double Cheeseburger for just $3.49. Part of Charbroiled Double Deals at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
BLT Ranch Double Cheeseburger.
These were our colleagues and our friends who died in the line of duty. Tough times come. They always will. And when they do come back, I want you by my side.
The Resident returns this Tuesday on Fox.
Salute the rank, not the man.
Hey, Baxter, your wife says you're out here. What are you doing? I'm fixing the breaker and the more power disposal that you fried yesterday. So I'm here, but I don't think so. We're gonna get somebody else to finish the job. Because I don't deserve a second chance. That more power stuff worked better on my show, and not so good at my house either. So we're sharing now? Well, not sharing. I just found it easier to open up, and I'm just talking to the top half of another man's face. Particular fetish you. I did it with Wilson. Please tell me to talk about that stupid volleyball in that Tom Hanks movie. I love Tom Hanks. I always feel like he's the second best guy in some of those films. Who was Will? One of my neighbors. Many years. Shared a lot of stuff with him. Kester. Sorry. Yeah. I miss a lot of stuff. Listen, I would get somebody.
Do you hear Buzz?
Fix this a pro, one of our guys.
Do you hear
It's
Buzz?
on us. Damn. I look as good walking away as I do from the front.
You hear it?
I am so glad we found this. It's too perfect.
With your
We're
ear?
gonna make a couple of little boys
Yeah.
cry.
Devin, she hears it.
Dude, where's Buzz?
Actually, for many years, I shared a lot of stuff with him. He passed away.
Over there?
Sorry about that.
Because she went like
Yeah,
this.
me too. I miss him.
Yeah, do you hear it?
I miss a lot of stuff.
Listen.
Listen, I will get somebody out here to fix this a pro, one of our guys. It's on us.
Wow.
It's Buzz.
Buzz?
Damn.
Daddy.
I look as good walking away as I do from the front.
It's Buzz, huh?
I am so glad we found this. It's too perfect. Ready to make a couple of little boys cry? No, that's bullying. I'm talking about our husbands.
Hey guys, can you come in here for a second?
Hey, what's up? We're trying to figure out what to do with our next podcast.
Yeah, we want to do an episode about how Bill Lamp was robbed by these other shows. And his accountant.
They
and
replaced
his
him, right?
brother-in-law. But we don't want him to seem like a sucker.
Yeah, the guy with the white sweater.
This will be quick. You were right about
They replaced everybody, dude.
Yeah.
totally not on the same level as Toxic Titans.
She's still there.
Hey, I mean,
But
you
she
can't
was
be
different girl in
expected
the
to know as
beginning.
much as I do about the genre. I mean, I've been reading since I was a
So-
little kid. I was practically
They're all
a
different.
nerd.
Okay, so this is how it's going.
We finally realized
She, down there on the redhead, okay, the very first season,
There was a different girl.
there was a different girl at all.
Yeah.
I think the first, either season or first, like 4 or 5 episodes.
It was a very short amount of time.
Very short. There was her. I think it was a season, but that's why I went back. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? They changed her? Okay, whatever. Then you got the ditzy and then the tomboy. You know who I'm talking about, right?
The ditzy one.
Ditzy
that's
was for a
her.
long time. It's her now.
Look, 3 girls for her.
No, 2.
2?
So she's the second.
Okay.
No, it is 2. The Asian girl. That's
Yeah.
right. They were confused. Like, wait a minute, which is odd. But anyways, yeah. So now it's 3rd on her. I haven't seen the tomboy girl yet.
No, she's been the same girl. They've never changed her. They may have taken her out, but they never changed her.
Okay, good then, because yeah, so that's how it's been rolling, which I don't understand why they changed so fucking much. Like nothing's happened. It's like, come on, dude. You kind of, I get it, but sucks on Tim Allen part because it's probably one of his big shows. Another one that was like, fuck, can't keep actresses during the scene. What's going on? Like, are they not? You know, that was weird. But yeah, so she's been the oldest one has been in there now the longest.
They probably launched their careers off of him.
Probably.
And then this dude in the yellow, he's never changed, but this guy's different.
No, you're saying.
The dude's the same?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
He looks like a different guy.
He's slicked back with the same guy. That's the same guy.
I noticed he did some of the mannerisms, but it was like almost like he was acting. Like, I don't think it's the
But
same
their
guy.
writers were
No, that's the same guy. I hear his voice.
the losers, posers, hacks.
Well, I mean, that's a little harsh. But yeah.
He's got long hair, slicked back.
What's this? Bill Lamp wrote 16
older,
episodes
too.
of League of
You can
Super
tell.
Ladies
Like, in
between
that one, he's a little
91
younger.
and
That's his dad.
93.
This is supposed to be.
That can't be
her
right.
boyfriend,
Ryan, tell them that's not
husband,
right.
whatever,
Yeah,
with
just
the
let me
kid.
read
Yeah.
this, okay?
Yeah, that's the
Legitimate
same guy.
website. Television episodes. Oh my god. Bill Lamp wrote 16 episodes of League of Super Ladies from 91 to 93.
No, that's the same thing Kristen just said.
He wrote it under the pseudonym William Chandelier.
Man, that's a cool name.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah, that's the other same guy.
But I don't understand. Like, why do you feel like you needed to hide his identity?
Maybe because he knew some of his die-hard graphic novel fans can be elitist snobs who don't respect other people's feelings.
You know, we love our show just as much as you guys love Toxic Titans. And when we were little girls, it made us feel like we could be powerful too.
We owe you an apology.
Thank you.
You know what? And I have an idea about what we can do for our podcast. We should devote the whole hour to League of Super Ladies.
And we happen to know 2 experts. Will you do it?
Well, it is a call-in show. Might give a chance for some of those fans to talk to a real girl.
Let's do it.
It really is uncanny how much you look like Mike. I mean, if Mike stopped coloring his hair.
Did you enjoy all that attention you received from the employees as you walked through the store?
Actually, it was kind of fun. I gave a woman down there a big discount on a tent and a shotgun.
Hey, you do us a favor. Can you read this and let us film you?
Sure. Yeah. Now, why am I doing this?
Because there are some words that need to be said from that face.
Chuck, what can I say? You're right and I'm wrong again.
Oh, do mind. Do mind.
All right. Jazz is America's greatest art form. I invited him to see me, not you two.
What can I say, Mike? You're right and I'm wrong again.
Hey, come on in. Your guy from Benford did a great job. He fixed the breaker box and the disposal, and not one vegetable stuck in my ceiling. He said that you actually were a great guy. I was worried he went to the wrong house. He also had time to show me where I could find these on the internet. Wow. My old shows. I've been watching some of these. Just want you to know, I think... Oh boy, here we go. I think these are great. Well produced, clever, funny. I really like these. They're great. Why did you quit doing this? Because they were great. And, as soon as I finished one show, I got to thinking, can I make the next one as great? And it's really hard to understand. Oh, I understand that. Kind of running out of ideas. There's only so many tools out there, you know. But there's an unlimited number of things you can build. I loved it. You miss it? I do. Well, I think we have 2 reasons why you might want to think of rebooting that Tool Time show. Maybe this time, add more power.
Really? Are they going to?
When you do it, it's annoying.
There's just some other dude that looks just like him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, what should we do today?
And it's Tim the Toolman Taylor. He hired him as a handyman, and he fucked up his house. And he was just now saying, like, so they were talking about reminiscing about how much he loved his show Tool Time, and he's like, I think you need to start it back up again. Only this time, add more torque. Oh, like it's.
You might be doing it.
Listen.
He might
He
be
might
doing
be
it.
getting rid of this show because this is a current episode.
Yeah. Because everyone's leaving his ass and all that. Not his ass, but he's leaving.
On this. Because they were great. And as soon as I finish one show,
This might be his goodbye. Like.
Hey, come on in. The guy from Benford did a great job. He fixed the breaker box and the disposal, and not one vegetable stuck in my ceiling. He said that you actually were a great guy. I was worried he went to the wrong house. He also had time to show me where I could find these on the internet. Wow. My old shows. I've been watching some of these. Just want you to know, I think, oh boy, here we go. I think these are great. Well produced, it's clever, funny. I really like these. They're great. Why did you quit doing this? Because they were great. And as soon as I finished one show, I got to thinking, can I make the next one as great? And it's really hard to understand. Oh, I understand that. Kind of running out of ideas. There's only so many tools out there, you know. But there's an unlimited number of things you can build. I loved it. Do you miss it? I do. Well, I think we have 2 reasons why you might want to think of rebooting that Tool Time show. Maybe this time, add more power. Oh. When you do it, it's annoying.
It might be, yeah.
So, what should we do today?
Dude, that's Tool Time? Hell yeah.
Mom? Can we go to the beach?
Should we just go see a movie?
Yes.
I'm always up for a good movie.
Go Rogue in the all-new fiercely reimagined Nissan Rogue.
The new MyWW Plus gives you more of what you need to help you lose weight. More simplicity with what's in your fridge, which suggests meals based on what you have. More motivation with on-demand workout classes. More freedom with over 300 zero-point foods. And new tools to boost your mood and help keep you hydrated. Get more of what you need to help you lose weight. The new MyWW Plus, more holistic, more personalized, more weight loss. WW Weight Watchers Reimagined.
Kickstart your weight loss with the WW Triple Play. Offer ends January 11th.
If you printed out directions to get here today, you're in the right place. My seminars are a great tool to help young homeowners who are turning into their parents. Now remember, they're not programs, they're TV shows. You woke up early. No one cares. Yes?
So I was using something called Home Quote Explorer from Progressive to easily compare home insurance rates. Was I hashtagging?
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
Guess what? The waiter doesn't need to know your name.
Next on Fox 40 News at 10, federal authorities taking new steps to track down the people who stormed the U.S. Capitol. Punishment those rioters could be facing if they're caught and convicted.
Plus, hear what the Modesto police chief is saying tonight after one of his officers shot and killed
Oh, yeah.
an unarmed
You know, he
man.
gave
Those
the
stories
show
and
on
more
this one,
coming
right?
up next on Fox 40 News
Yeah,
at
he
10.
showed his face and they talked about it. He goes, and then he made a joke about it. He goes, they were talking about something. He goes, hey. He looks over. He goes, yeah. He goes,
celebrating.
It's kind of nice to actually see your face.
Anniversary of this
time.
war. Do you know what Aristotle, Alexander the Great, and the great Ronald Reagan had in common? They all love jelly beans? I don't know. Just a guess, but who doesn't love them? One thing these remarkable men had in common was they never stopped pushing themselves to be even better than they were the day before. Of Aristotle's 31 surviving works, the vast majority were written in the final years of his life. No word processing back then. The dude probably died of a hand cramp. Ding, 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 ding. Alexander the Great ruled over an empire all the way up to the day he died at the ripe old age of 32. Hey, he crammed a lot in, huh? Which brings us to the giver. While some people spend their 70s getting discounts at diners and falling asleep in front of the TV, you know what Ronald Reagan did? The dude crushed communism.
What?
It's not easy topping yourself when you're awesome, huh? But that's what all of us should do every day. I've done a hell of a lot of these vlogs.
He's not
for
Buzz.
years. And you know which one I think is best?
No, he's not.
My next one.
Tim Allen, that's Buzz's voice?
And I've got more power than ever.
Tim Allen.
Oh? Baxter.
You know who Woody is, right?
Yeah.
Who?
No, I thought you meant like I knew.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks and
Your car's transmission has 800 pieces. That means there are 800 things that could go wrong. When something does go wrong,
Oh, she was putting there because she knows.
there's only one place to go. AMCO.
Oh my.
We're the transmission experts with over 50 years experience rebuilding and replacing transmissions and all their 800 pieces. That's AMCO. AA, MCO. Transmission problems? We'll check it for free.
Keeping you informed with newest that matters.
Okay,
Fox
so
40
the show
News at 10
is
starts
going to be,
now.
Fallout continues from the violent protests at the U.S. Capitol as the FBI gives us a clearer picture at the investigation. Who are the liars at the center of the insurrection and what charges could they face?
Where a Sacramento County supervisor allegedly slammed President Trump supporters on social media, there are calls for him to step down. He's responding to that criticism.
The Modesto police chief opens up about the moments one of his officers opened fire on an unarmed man, killing him. What we're learning about the shooting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We will talk about all
the
of
video.
that, first surveying the aftermath of what
Hey,
many
the cop just got a car and started shooting
insurrection,
him.
just one day after
Yeah, I don't
thousands
know.
of President Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol in D.C.,
Huh?
breaking barriers to get inside. Federal investigators are working around the clock to identify those people that were responsible.
I mean, he probably has a reason why he did it, but people are gonna automatically assume that he just like, you know.
5 people have died, including an officer. Several key Trump cabinet members have resigned, and dozens of arrests have been made, with likely more to come.
And we've got full coverage of that fallout for you tonight, now 24 hours after all this happened. So here's where we stand as of this Thursday night. This evening, we have just learned that U.S. Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick has died. His department says that he was hurt while physically engaging with protesters yesterday. Then he returned to his division office, and that is where he collapsed. And as we mentioned, at least 4 others died in that chaos. One woman from San Diego was shot by police. 3 others suffered medical emergencies. And the violence did not prevent those lawmakers from going back in the building and certifying President-elect Joe Biden's win. President Trump is also facing some serious backlash over his role in what happened and his comments about the election both before and after Election Day. The president releasing this video this afternoon.
America is and must always be a nation of law and order. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defiled the seat of American democracy. To those who engaged in the acts of violence and destruction, you do not represent.
Oh, where's the cheese?
And to those who broke the law, you will pay.
And that is a concern
Mom?
many tonight. What
Mom, where's the cheese?
Let's go. Behind the violence will face.
Fox 40's Eric Rucker
Mom, where's the cheese?
from Sacramento after talking with some legal experts today.
Cheese.
Sliced
Eric.
cheese?
Yeah.
There probably is now.
Riley, come
And
on.
some of those already
Literally for sandwiches.
the area, but many others are not. And the attorneys that we talked to tonight say that is going to be a very big deal when it comes to their respective shrines.
There's one more.
You've got people storming the Capitol to take over the duly elected government of the United States.
Shirley Rusk is a Sacramento-based attorney who has practiced federal law for nearly 3 decades, including time working in Washington, D.C. Rusk says the list of potential charges for those who participated in the mayhem runs deep. However, it's the premeditated act that she believes could draw the stiffest punishment.
Seditious conspiracy. So you've got people crossing state lines with the intent to engage in a conspiracy to commit a violent crime.
U.S. Capitol Police say some of those already arrested have been charged with unlawful entry, assaulting a police officer, and unregistered firearms.
The charges can actually be enhanced by what's called a domestic terrorism enhancement.
Mark Reichel is also a Sacramento-based attorney with experience practicing federal law. Reichel says post-9/11 federal sentencing guidelines will increase the penalty for those found guilty of storming the Capitol if their role is considered to be an act of terrorism.
Add from 5 to 25 years on top of whatever the crime is, if it's a federal crime, and if it qualifies for domestic terrorism.
While the search continues for these people and others, Rusk says for those who posted about their participation, it will create a dream scenario for prosecutors.
And they take selfies, you know, in congressional offices, breaking things, stealing things, and bragging about it. It's breathtaking.
And something else to keep in mind, those attorneys that we talked to tonight say even though the incident happened in our nation's capital, those who were arrested and eventually going to face trial from this, who are from the state, well, they're going to have that trial in their respective state, in their respective jurisdiction.
Exactly, all the Black Lives Matter protesters. I don't, like, it's still not right, but they never did anything to them.
Eric, thank you. And in the wake of yesterday's violence, most nations are shaking up the Trump administration. The latest, Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, who in her resignation letter...
Neither's on the right.
There is no mistaking the impact your rhetoric had on the situation, and it is the...
Yeah, and innocent businesses. But at the same
time... Second cabinet member to resign today following Secretary of Transportation
BLM also
and the wife of soon-to-be Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Current special envoy...
I think they're equally as bad because they're both destroying things.
I'm not heavily
also resigning today.
They're fighting for
but I can't stay here. Not after yesterday. You can't look at that yesterday.
I might be wrong.
The Black Lives Matter
in any way, shape, or form. I think there's some real heroes yesterday. Mike Pence really proved himself yesterday. That was a historic thing that he did.
No, the people that were doing that weren't even part of that group.
Other White House staffers have also resigned, including Stephanie Grisham, the former White House Communications Director and Chief of Staff for First Lady Melania Trump. White House Press Aide Sarah Matthews also resigning, saying that she was deeply disturbed by what happened at the Capitol.
All right, so since these riots took place, there are growing calls from congressional leaders on both sides of the aisle for the president to be removed from office. So that can either happen through impeachment and conviction or invoking the 25th Amendment. So the 25th Amendment is primarily designed to clarify the presidential order of succession if the president dies, resigns, or becomes unable to fulfill his duties. So it was ratified in the wake of JFK's assassination. The amendment is comprised of 4 sections. So this case would involve Section 4.
Yeah, they could have
were to happen, it would be the only time that it's ever been used. So a lot of questions surrounding this. What would Section 4 of Article 25 look like?
But they did.
Vice President Mike Pence would need to be on board with the process, which appears to be very unlikely. The Vice President said that earlier today. So he, along with the majority of the cabinet, would have to provide a written declaration to the President pro tem of the Senate and the Speaker of the House, both. President Trump would then immediately be stripped of his powers, making Pence the acting president. But the 25th Amendment would allow the president, President Trump, to write a letter back to congressional leaders saying that he is, in fact, able to perform his duties, allowing him to resume his role. From there, the vice president and the cabinet would have 4 days to dispute that. Then, all of Congress would have to assemble and vote by a 2/3 supermajority to permanently remove him.
Today, President-elect Joe Biden blasted President Trump for what he says was inciting violence at the U.S. Capitol.
Past 4 years, we've had a president who's made his contempt for our democracy, our Constitution, the rule of law clear in everything he has done. He unleashed an all-out assault on our institutions of our democracy from the outset. And yesterday was but the culmination of that unrelenting attack.
Biden called the people who forced their way into the Capitol domestic terrorists.
Early this morning, Vice President Mike Pence officially declared Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the winners of the 2020 presidential election.
Joseph R. Biden Jr. of the state of Delaware has received 306 votes. Donald J. Trump of the state of Florida has received 232 votes.
The Vice President making the announcement at the end of a very long joint session of Congress to certify those election results. Lawmakers went back to their hours of debate last night following the unrest at the Capitol. And for the first time, President Trump is acknowledging his defeat in the November 3rd election. The president confirmed in a statement there will be an orderly transition on January 20th, but said he still disagrees with the outcome. The president has spent the past 2 months refusing to concede and making allegations of widespread voter fraud.
The Sacramento County Deputy Sheriff's Association is upset with the county board chairman, citing comments that he allegedly made about supporters of President Trump. Through their attorneys, the association is asking the entire board of supervisors to formally investigate their leader. The request, which was sent by letter today, claims Phil Cerna violated the county code prohibiting discrimination, which also covers discrimination based on political affiliation. Cerna is accused of using social media to distribute and display slurs calling supporters of President Trump, quote, irrelevant, dead, and traitors. So in a statement, Cerner responded to the letter by saying, quote, the complaint filed against me for exercising my First Amendment right to free speech on my personal Facebook page is entirely meritless, and I expect any investigation will bear that out.
Tonight, the family of a Modesto man is asking for more answers after their loved one was shot and killed by a police officer last week. They are also demanding the officer involved be arrested and charged. Fox 40's Garshpal Sangha joins us live from Modesto after speaking with the interim police chief today. Garshpal.
Yeah, Vicki, right now there are 3 different investigations, 2 of them being conducted by the Modesto Police Department, the third one by the Santa Claus County DA's office, which is reviewing the entire incident. Now, the police department is urging caution, but tonight we're learning that the police officer involved in this shooting is currently under investigation in another county. An incident that unfolded quickly. A Modesto police officer shot and killed a 29-year-old man on December 29th near the Church of the Brethren.
We take these incidents very seriously.
Modesto Interim Police Chief Brendan Gillespie began his new role a few days before the shooting.
My deepest condolences go out to this family.
Gillespie says dispatchers received a 911 call that Trevor Seaver was making vague threats.
What's going on there? My brother saw a gun last night, and he said that he's walking over here and just to watch what happens to us.
Gillespie said the dispatcher recognized Seaver's name because of an officer safety bulletin issued over a comment Seaver made on Instagram weeks before.
The post stated that a good cop is a dead cop, and all I want for Christmas is another dead MPD officer.
Modesto Police State's Officer Joseph Lamantia, who was a 12-year veteran with the department, shot at Seaver at least 7 times. He later died at the hospital. Investigators say they never found a gun on him. Seaver's family declined to speak on camera, but his mother, Darlene, gave Fox 40 a statement. It says in part, quote, Trevor was shot and murdered by Officer Joseph Lamantia. This is the 4th person he has shot and killed. He has also been charged with excessive force and also beat and release tactics. My son was unarmed and was brutally murdered when he had his hands up and complying with Officer Lamantia. Gillespie confirms this is the 5th shooting for the officer and 4 people have died. One of those incidents is still under investigation in San Joaquin County.
I was heartbroken.
Jamie Ellison with Turlock Black Lives Matter says enough is enough.
I want the officer to be fired immediately and arrested and charged for murder. I think that should obviously happen now because this is the officer's 4th kill.
Gillespie says he too has many questions, including what led up to the shooting. He wants answers too, but he urges caution from the community so the investigation can be completed.
People want answers quickly, as do I. I don't think those are unreasonable things that people want, but the investigation does take time.
Now, the interim police chief says he hopes the investigation will be completed in about 30 to 60 days. Now, if you want to see that video that was provided by Modesto Police, just go to our website at fox40.com. Story. Now, the Seaver family will be holding a funeral tomorrow, and then on Saturday, a protest is planned here at the police station. Reporting live in Modesto, Garshpal Sangha, Fox 40 News.
Garshpal, thank you. Mario Garcia, one of the area's most notorious killers, has died in prison in San Diego. Officials say that the 68-year-old died of natural causes on Christmas Eve. Garcia was admitted to the prison from Placer County 14 years ago to serve his life sentence for killing Christy Wilson in October of 2005. The two met during a night of gambling at Thunder Valley Casino. We know that Garcia was convicted for her murder in 2007. Her remains were finally found last August. Still ahead tonight on Fox 40 News at 10 o'clock, a Stanislaus County nursing home receives its first doses of that COVID vaccine. Why staffers say that this is only the beginning.
Plus, as they prepare to work on a state budget, Governor Newsom and lawmakers are discovering how much COVID-19 relief is needed for local businesses, what leaders on both sides of the aisle are saying.
And getting creative to drive crows out of downtown Sacramento, we ride along with a professional falconer. As that person, their task is to get rid of all of them.
And coming up, we'll take a look at your radar. Look at this. We actually have some rain headed our way. How much? How long will it last? We'll get into all of that coming up. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
California Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
How about a new style for the new year? Then don't miss out on Naturewood's New Year sale.
Save in every department.
Every department is on sale, including bedrooms, dining rooms, sofas and sectionals, entertainment centers, mattresses, and so much more.
There are so many styles to choose from.
The New Year sale going on now at Naturewood Home Furnishings. You know, the building at the water wheel.
Tell them Brooklyn and Nova sent you.
Visit your Northern California Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
No matter where you are or what screen you're watching, get your weather from Fox 40.
Staff and residents at a Stanislaus County nursing home started receiving COVID-19 vaccinations. Constantine Modesto has been hit hard by the virus. After a number of outbreaks over the course of the pandemic, 17 people have died. All but one were nursing home residents. Residents say getting vaccinated was a lifeline to continue to enjoy living out their twilight years.
I'm 78 years old. I'm fairly healthy, and I want to live for a long time. So as far as I'm concerned, once you have a vaccine available, I'm going to be on board.
The state is working with CVS and Walgreens to send in teams to nursing facilities to administer the shots. Residents and staff will get their second shots next week.
Before California's budget process formally begins, state lawmakers and Governor Newsom are debating just how much COVID-19 relief should be given to local businesses. Republican Senator Andres Borges rolled out a relief package proposing to invest about $2.6 billion in grants for small businesses and nonprofits that have been impacted by COVID. That proposal is based on the governor's small business grant program, prioritizing businesses depending on how much they were impacted by COVID-19 and the amount of revenue they lost in that process.
We need to make certain that, large corporations are not taking advantage of this, which is why it's designed for small businesses. We also want to make certain that it's equitably distributed across California.
That proposal is backed by more than a third of the California legislature, a bipartisan group. That bill does have an urgency clause built into it, meaning as soon as it passes, if it does, it can go into effect. Budget negotiations officially begin next week on Monday.
New at 10, there is a new development in taking care of the local crow migration that's become a problem for businesses in downtown Sacramento. The news member of the Fox 40 News team, Melanie Townsend, joins us live from downtown Sacramento to explain. Melanie.
Yeah, well, certainly I didn't expect on my first day to learn the art of falconry, but that's exactly what's being used to handle this long-standing bird problem downtown. Outdoor dining and other day-to-day operations downtown are in jeopardy, all thanks to a pesky black-feathered foe, leaving city officials with Downtown Sacramento partnership with no other choice.
Crows gotta go.
Every day at sunset, thousands of crows flock in to rest their wings on parked cars, outdoor patio furniture, and nearby trees, while leaving behind unpleasant surprises along the way.
2 years ago, it was exceedingly bad, to the point where we were having complaints from restaurant patios and patrons at our ice rink, and just coming down for the holidays.
Andy Duong, who lives right here on Hay Street, can attest to the crow chaos.
Crows do what crows do. They squawk, and they leave my black clothes polka dotted.
Thankfully, help is flying in. Thanks to Adam with Integrated Avian Solutions and his wingman, Jasper.
We use the art of falconry, which is flying trained hawks and falcons, to help manage flocks of birds that are causing some sort of a nuisance. In this case here in downtown Sacramento, it's about 5,000 to 10,000 crows that come in.
Jasper's bird of prey presence humanely forces the crows to scatter to different areas outside of the city, creating a much better outcome for everyone in the air and on the ground.
We just finished our first year, and I can tell you we've seen a vast improvement. We're taking care of the air, so you can come down, get your meals, go back home, and shelter in place.
And Adam tells me that this process is not over yet. They'll be back here in this area periodically watching for the crows to come back. And when they do, you can bet that him and Jasper are going to be the ones for the job. Reporting live downtown for Fox 40, I'm Melanie Townsend. Back to you guys.
Melanie, thank you. All right, let's get a check of the forecast. Chief Meteorologist Christina Warner tracking your conditions tonight. Hey, Christina.
Hey there, Nikki. We're starting to see some fog in some locations. Now, I don't think it's going to be a major issue tomorrow morning, but take a look. Modesto already seeing some thick fog right now. It's a little tougher to see the street and, of course, to see the arch. But overall, as you take a look in Sacramento, not quite as bad. You can see visibilities right now in Stockton, Modesto, down to a fourth of a mile. We're at half a mile into Elk Grove, 2.5 miles right now into Sacramento. The reason why it may not end up being that bad by morning is because we still have a front that's going to move through and kind of mix out some of this layer. So here's a look at your satellite and radar. Overall, you can see at this point, we do have showers lined up along the coast. Those showers will slowly make their way inland. And it looks like most of us will see a few showers. I say that because it seems like every front that has moved through has fizzled. So I'm going to show you 2 different models, and you can pick the one you like the best. Here's a look. You can see those showers again. Continue off the coast. It looks pretty promising. Most of the just to our north. So here is the first view.
You know what? I would rather stay
inland tomorrow,
with that
and then
elevation
just a few showers
Europe
lining up
that
in
is
the
dedicated
foothills and
to
in the Sierra. Now look at the other model. It's actually looking a little bit better with the chance of all of us seeing a little.
No, I cannot get my hand out. How about this? We'll call a field officer over here. I can talk to them. Last time I'm going to tell you, you need to leave the property or trespass. You need to leave the property or trespass. Formal trespassing. I'll take a formal trespass. Okay, all right. Just walk you off the property. I don't care who you are. Okay, well, that's fine. You can't be here. I've been involved in a couple of federal lawsuits. That's absolutely wonderful. Did I ever work out for you? Get your hand off my camera. I was nice. This isn't your property. You need to leave our property. Get your hand off my. You can't leave our property. Get your hand off my. Hold on, please.
It is important to note that all of the officers involved in this interaction thus far are correctional officers, not patrol officers. And the authority of correctional officers varies from state to state. The authority of prison guards is transformed over time, and their history extends back to the
What?
So you're a field officer, I assume, right? Downtown Sacramento. Thank you, Butler. So now you're aware of all photography, correct, sir? I don't need to get an apology because if we can just settle this right now, I won't even go. With an apology, I'll be advanced. Put this behind me. Go on about my business. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I accept your apology.
What?
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Morbus.
Dude.
You turn the mirror on.
So this dude, I've been just watching this First Amendment audit guy, you know, just funny, you know, whatever. He walks up, 3 correctional guys come out, like one's a lieutenant, whatever, and immediately puts his hand over the camera and is like, dude, you can't touch me. He's like, don't touch me, what are you doing? He's like, you can't be here, trespassing, and it's public property. It's all, like, it's public property. So they immediately handcuff him, right? And he's like, well, he's going to do it. They turn his phone off and all that shit. And they're acting all, before the phone goes off, they're acting all bad. It's like, well, you're going to jail now. You can't blah, blah, blah. Well, call him a field officer then. Call him an actual officer, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, they turn off my camera. So when they turn it back on, the captain comes out, orders them to uncuff him, right? And so he turned his phone back off, and all the other guys are just sitting like this, like like that, and he's handing me like, well, thank you. So he goes back to the guy, the first guy, the lieutenant who actually arrested him. He goes, "Now, did we learn our lesson? And did we learn our lesson?" He just looked like fucking shame. He goes, "I want your information." So he gives him the information. He goes, I can put this behind me right now. All you gotta say is that you're sorry." And the fucking officer's like, "I'm terribly sorry." Like fucking just shame.
Has turned to alternatives, one option being club teams. Fox 40's Mark Dempsey tonight takes a closer look at the growing number of athletes willing to not only pay to play, but pay to be seen. For $125 per week, which translates into $650 for the season, nearly 50 high school football players from across the region are strapping on their helmets for a chance to play real football games. I'm just trying to provide hope and a opportunity for these kids to do exactly what they love. We haven't had a pass in over a year, so just to be out here and make some contact and meetings. Derek Stevens is the founder of the Iron Sharpens Iron Squad.
Devin, switch on the heater. Okay, thank you.
Last week, they played their first game of the season in a league made up of teams from this state and Arizona. All games are held at one private location in San Bernardino County, some 7 hours away. Charlie Press, we go big Charlie Press. We go as one. The 135 to cover the lodging, the travel, and you know, any other thing that may just sporadically just come up. Players must also have their own gear, something their respective high schools cannot provide for them. In fact, not all high school coaches are on board with this concept, even though no high school sports have been played since last March, and there is growing concern that there won't be a season at all. Yeah, I have coaches, I was getting messages, phone calls. I got hate that. Heard a lot of what happens if you get hurt, what happens if it doesn't go as planned, a whole lot of nonsense actually to me. Some players travel more than an hour just to practice twice a week. But especially now, with the high school season up in the air, they are glad to be a part of something like this. It's an opportunity to play football, and it's an opportunity to explore and also travel, so I actually like it. I mean, we're not having high school football, so I mean, this is the only option to get going for colleges. So. We keep it intense, we keep it high. Everybody's out here competing every day to get a starting spot every week. It's actually a short season for these guys. They'll wrap things up by the end of the month, but there's already talk about adding more teams and beginning a second season at the beginning of March. For Fox 40 Sports, I'm Mark Dempsey. Still ahead for you tonight on Fox 40 News at 10 o'clock, one day after chaos erupting at the U.S. Capitol in D.C. We're getting new images of the destruction and now the cleanup effort that's happening as we speak. We'll have the very latest on that situation out of Washington.
Plus, this week's Georgia Senate runoffs were largely eclipsed by the riots in D.C. What a tight Senate means moving forward.
There is a deadly twine show that haunts the black community, curled around our king in a thick cloud of menthol smoke. An aggressive magician's trick, abracadabra, sawed our family tree in half. Tobacco killing more of us than guns, drugs, and AIDS combined. Big Tobacco told us it was cool. Today we say no more. Remember who we fight for. Go to wearenotprofit.org.
It's time for the lowest prices of the season on the Sleep Number 360 smart bed. You can adjust your comfort on both sides. Sleep Number 7.
Can it help me fall asleep faster?
Yes, by gently warming your feet.
Can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It intelligently senses your movements and automatically adjusts. Quote, effortlessly comfortable.
Will it help me keep up the clock?
You got this. You really promise better sleep. Not promise, prove. And now, during the lowest prices of the season, the Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 smart bed is only $8.99. Only for a limited time. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. National Warzone 18,000. Everyone we come on to the people's lives. We use our resources to secure the best activities. We don't pay unless we win money or so your case. Call 777
his eyes. I actually tried to pee me on, and I looked in the mirror and I thought, wow.
Call 1-888-516-8739 or go to SaoPaulo.com.
Thanks for watching Fox 40 News at Max. You're watching Fox 40 News at 10.
New fallout tonight following the breach of the U.S. Capitol. Dozens of arrests have been made as federal authorities work to identify everyone involved. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Vicki Lorenzo.
And I'm Eric Terryman. Tonight we are getting some new images of yesterday's protest and destruction in and around the Capitol. Fox 40 contributor Mike Emanuel has more on that coming up.
To those who wreaked havoc at our Capitol today, you did not win. Vice President Mike Pence echoing what so many are feeling as officials assess the damage done to a major symbol of American democracy. Desks trashed, benches broken, shattered glass, even blood from where the mob broke into the building needing to be cleaned up. Once security was restored, inside the mahogany boxes holding the election certificates were brought out to resume work on certifying the election. But for some, the argument over the election was finished.
I cannot now in good conscience object to the certification of these electors.
Some Republicans felt emboldened to speak out.
Now we gather due to a selfish man's injured pride and the outrage of supporters who he had deliberately misinformed.
The pepper spray dissipated, but the struggle of the day lingered. There was nearly a fist fight in the back of the House chamber at 1:43 in the morning when Pennsylvania Democrat Connor Lamb blasted his Republican colleagues.
We know that attack today, it didn't materialize out of nowhere. It was inspired by lies, the same lies that you're hearing in this room tonight.
That hit a nerve with some on the GOP side.
The order of the House. The gentleman will clear the chamber. The gentleman will clear the chamber.
Just before 3:40 in the morning, certification was done. Lawmakers had powered through after an ugly and destructive day at the U.S. Capitol.
The report we make is that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be the president and the vice president according to the ballots that have been given to us.
And that was Fox 40 contributor Mike Emanuel reporting for us tonight. There have certainly been large politically charged protests in recent history. We've covered many of them in the last 2 years, but all indications are that this was the worst infiltration of the U.S. Capitol anyway since the War of 1812.
The violence at the Capitol is having a big impact on America's foreign policy and standing around the world. Dozens of foreign leaders are weighing in, most condemning the violence and blaming President Trump for sending his supporters to march on the Capitol while repeating unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud.
A fundamental rule of democracy is that after elections, there are winners and losers. Doubts about the outcome were fueled, and that set the atmosphere that made tonight's events possible.
At least a dozen foreign embassies in Washington issued stay-at-home orders for their citizens as the violence unfolded. The incident could also have an impact on America's foreign policy. The Chinese government has used the violence to justify a crackdown on pro-democracy leaders in Hong Kong.
The chief of the Capitol Police Department has resigned after yesterday's riots. Police Chief Stephen Sun said today his staff, quote, had a robust plan established to address anticipated First Amendment activities, end quote. Tonight we have learned that the Pentagon asked U.S. Capitol Police if they needed support from the National Guard 3 days before Trump supporters forced their way into that Capitol building. Justice Department leaders even offered FBI agents to help with the police department there and turned both of those officers down. Cameras captured the chaos as protesters and rioters pushed through those barricades, overrunning Capitol Police and obviously into the halls of Congress and into offices. And despite President Trump encouraging his supporters to visit Washington for weeks, lawmakers say that they were assured D.C. would be prepared for that.
Many of us were told this was going to be like the State of the Union, that there would be major presence. There were no National Guard there.
The Committee on House Administration says it is investigating what happened and will work with congressional leaders to address the concerns and review that response. Facebook and Instagram have extended President Trump's ban on those sites through at least Inauguration Day. The president's statements were removed yesterday for violating the company's policy promoting violence. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg made the decision to extend the ban indefinitely. Zuckerberg releasing a statement saying, quote, over the last several years, we have allowed President Trump to use our platform consistent with our own rules. current context is now fundamentally different, involving use of our platform to incite violence and insurrection against the democratically elected government, end quote. Twitter also locked his account yesterday and said permanent suspension is possible if there are more policy violations.
With the inauguration less than 2 weeks away, most of the work to prosecute the rioters will fall to the Biden administration's Attorney General. Today, President-elect Biden introduced Judge Merrick Garland as his choice for the position. At a press conference today, Garland said the insurrection at the Capitol showed Americans what he will be defending if confirmed as the nation's next Attorney General.
The rule of law is not just some lawyer's turn of phrase. It is the very foundation of our democracy.
The incoming administration did not discuss the plan of action against the rioters today. However, President Trump's acting Attorney General did say some of them will face federal charges.
The Georgia Senate runoffs were overshadowed yesterday by protests on Capitol Hill, everything we've been talking about here tonight. But Democrats are celebrating a clean sweep at this point, a 50-50 Senate. Fox 40 contributor Chad Pergram explains what that means and who will break any ties.
The first thing is figuring out exactly which party truly controls the Senate after Democrats claim both Georgia seats. You won't find anything in the Constitution, the Senate rules, or the Senate Book of Precedents saying that just because it's 50-50, the party with the vice president breaks ties.
There are items that can be done on a strict party line basis. That is to say, get 50 Democrats to back it and have Kamala Harris in the presiding officer's seat, and she breaks the tie.
The Senate was last tied 20 years ago. That's when Senate GOP leader Trent Lott and Democratic leader Tom Daschle forged the power-sharing agreement signed off on by all 100 senators. Toxic divides could make that harder, especially since Democrats, with Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, yielded no quarter to their party. Fox was told that this week's bedlam at the Capitol could inspire senators to work together.
We get back by actually having a goal of getting something done. It can work. It just takes effort. It takes commitment to put our country first.
But Democrats come in with a long list of legislative priorities.
One of the first things that I want to do when our new senators are seated is deliver the $2,000 checks to the American families.
Another COVID relief package is the most pressing concern. Republicans live to fight another day on liability protections tied to the pandemic. Democrats still want money for state and local governments. And then there are other priorities ranging from climate change to hiking the minimum wage. But there's a risk if progressives push too far. And, of course, it's the Senate's responsibility to confirm President-elect Biden's cabinet. Historically, about 95% of all cabinet nominees receive a confirmation hearing before inauguration. The Senate confirmed 2 of President Trump's cabinet nominees, Defense Secretary James Mattis and DHS Secretary John Kelly, on Inauguration Day 4 years ago. This process could be slowed, and the Senate waiting to see which party is in charge.
And that was Fox 40 contributor Chad Pergram reporting for us tonight. After a heated fight over electoral votes, senators agreed they would not introduce any bills until Joe Biden takes office. The House is scheduled to be out until Inauguration Day. That could change with the push for another impeachment of President Trump. Still ahead tonight on Fox 40 News at 10 o'clock, and taken to the socially distant skies. An inside look at one airline's effort to put travelers' minds at ease during the pandemic from boarding to landing.
And things are starting to get thick as far as fog, plus a chance of rain by morning. I'll have details on both of those coming up after the break.
Northern California Acura dealer with attractive offers on T-Flex. Your car's transmission has 800 pieces. That means there are 800 things that could go wrong. When something does go wrong, there's only one place to go.
A stronger, safer community is within reach when Californians work together. Good California Ford dealers have contributed over $15 million to local communities. All across Northern California, we partnered with Rise Up to rebuild homes and communities restored in the fires. You'll also find us in the classroom, preparing middle schoolers for success. When we stand together, a stronger Northern California is just around the corner. Brought to you by your friends, your neighbors, your California Ford dealers.
40 News. In the morning, bringing you news that matters.
An air carrier out of Texas is launching a new socially distant passenger plane to connect people with their loved ones and work and vacation in a way that feels as safe as possible. Fox 40's Marky Martin hopped on board one of those flights this week to test it out for herself.
JSX is an abbreviation for a joyful, simple experience.
And that experience begins here. Our crew was invited on board a JSX plane headed from Dallas to Houston to see for ourselves and from other customers how pandemic-friendly the flight really felt. It starts at a private jet terminal, also known in the aviation world as an FBO.
When March came, they said, hey, is anyone ever going to fly again? What are people going to look for?
The entire check-in process touchless, a feature that CEO Alex Wilcox says puts passengers at ease, many of whom said they were now flying JSX for COVID-related reasons.
No one wants to take off their shoes in the morning, that's why I never did, and no one wants to have their toiletries gone through and blue rubber gloves, and you could say we're customers on board this fleet.
Yeah, so I actually came to travel specifically for that reason, just to be in a confined space, but good to know that this is going to be spacious, very clean, and organized.
And here she is, formerly a 50-passenger plane that the company broke down and spaced out to accommodate 30. Seats are situated in a one-by-one layout and 6 feet apart. It's an industry first. And there are only 3 of these planes in the world, from airport arrival to taxiing down the runway, clocking in just about half an hour. After touching down in Houston, we caught up with some of the other travelers on board.
A lot of people during COVID. We were at DFW a few weeks ago and it was packed, super crowded. We're actually surprised at how affordable it was compared to a regular airline flight.
We knew that was the next question you'd probably have, and you'd be surprised. Many one-way tickets coming in at $99. Some routes similar to what you'd pay for other airline tickets leaving major hubs. Outside of Texas, destinations currently include cities like Vegas, Phoenix, Burbank, Reno, and Napa. JSX hoping that those who still have reservations about flying book one with them.
You know, if you're in the last row of 737 and you pull into the gate in Houston, you might have another 10-50 minutes on that airplane exposed to all those crowds. Here, if you're in row 10 or 12 on a JSX airplane, you're still going to be out the door within 90 seconds of landing.
And that was Fox 40's Marky Martin reporting for us tonight. In addition to weekly electrostatic cleaning, the plane will be sanitized between each flight, and at the end of every day, even personal carry-ons will be disinfected for you.
Free food baskets are popping up at bus stops in parts of New York for those in need. A man on Craigslist is behind these random acts of kindness. He's a grad student named Eric and advertises the locations of free food on Craigslist to help those in need.
I realized that there might be a stigma attached with going to a food pantry. I don't want to do that. I'm not that person. Where right now, anyone can be that person. So I thought I liked the anonymity of putting a food basket in a place where you just go.
Since Eric started posting about the free food bins on Craigslist, volunteers have come forward to suggest more locations as well as offer to restock the baskets. All right, let's get a trending forecast. Chief Meteorologist Christina Warner tracking your conditions tonight. Hey, Christina.
Hey there, Nikki. Was continuing to see a good amount of fog. You can see for the most part just near the arch in Modesto. Well, if you can't see anything other than the arch, I guess I should say. We're also seeing a good amount of fog in and around Sacramento. So here's a look at visibility. As you can see, the worst of it obviously to our south, Stockton, Modesto. Visibility is already down to a fourth of a mile. We're at 3 miles into Elk Grove, 2.5 miles into Sacramento. Now, this will likely be an issue for the next few hours. Then as we get a chance of rain, we could see some of this scoured out. If the rain doesn't come through, the front falls apart, then fog could still be an issue in the morning. So it's something we're going to have to track. Obviously, Adam will be here tomorrow morning. He will keep you posted. But look at Fog Tracker. You can see it's still calling for things to get a little bit thick in some locations as we head to 1, 2 in the morning. Then right around 3, that's when we have the chance of rain, and we kind of start to see things fizzle out. So that should be the trend, and it will be out of here pretty quickly tomorrow morning. But again, it will likely be thick until we get that chance of rain. So here's a look at temperatures. They've dropped off quickly tonight. We're already in the 30s. Look at that, 39 in Sacramento, 39 in Elk Grove, 38 in Tobacco, 40 into Roseville. Well, cloud cover's a little bit thicker, though. Look at that. You can see those temperatures jumping up a little bit. Napa 50. The same for San Francisco. So what you'll notice with temperatures is they're cold now, and then they start to climb pretty quickly and pretty steadily as we we head into the early morning hours. Our best chance of showers right around 3, 4 in the morning, and then still a good amount of cloud cover in place. Thus, those temperatures will start to climb. So here's a look at your weather headlines. We're looking at that system to move through tonight quickly overnight. It's not real impressive. We'll see a lot of fog as we head into your weekend, but overall, it should be pretty mild, and we're looking quite warm as we head into next week. So here's a look at that front as it is off the coast. It looks impressive right now. We're seeing decent showers across the northern coast, and then it still looks good off the coast. The problem is what happens as these systems move in, they run into a lot of dry air, and we're seeing them just completely fall apart. So fingers crossed this holds together. We get some decent rain. At this point, it looks like most of the impact will be to our north, into the Pacific Northwest. Again, that has been the trend with almost every single storm we have seen as of late. For us, though, we still have that chance of showers. So here's a look at futurecast. We're hoping this will verify and bring us those showers as we head into the early morning hours. It moves through rather quickly. We will clear out quickly except for some scattered showers over the high elevation. Really, the Brazils in the Sierra have a better those showers last long. The rest of us will dry out pretty quickly. So as far as rain tracker is concerned, maybe a tenth of an inch, maybe a little bit less. It's not going to be.
Did you hear anything about the gas line explosion?
No.
Remember how the CVS thing out here started smoking?
Yes.
The parking lot exploded?
Yeah.
And then over in the Dollar General, or not Dollar General, the Dollar Tree, over by Big White.
Yeah, people heard fucking explosion. Yeah.
This morning at 5:30 a.m., I'll read you the post. It says, I went through a scary moment this morning. I heard a few explosions and I thought someone wrecked into my garage. I woke up to look out of the window and there's fire coming out from the underground and it was thick and flaming higher than the tree. I grabbed the kids and ran out shaking and screaming fire to alert neighbors and then went ringing doorbells. I seriously thought the cars were going to catch fire and the house is next. The fire department showed up, PG&E showed up, and they said it's safe that a line blew out underground. I'm very glad everyone's okay, but I guess it started the trees on fire, or it almost started the trees on fire.
Cherry Lane?
Over our, by Cherry Lane.
Yeah,
on Cherry Lane.
Cherry Lane's right by our fucking shit. That was today?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about that.
So our gas lines all through Manteca are bursting. Remember when Vegas had that happen under an apartment building and it fucking burnt the whole fucking shit down and killed hella people?
No. I don't remember that.
It was bad.
Our old mattress was way too soft. And definitely wasn't going to just be
Was that too much frequency? Enough was enough.
So we went to RC Willing. Rest easy on a new mattress. Now save 40% on remedy.
It took them like fucking hours, and it showed on the news the aerial videos. But that's when it happened in Vegas. Oh, that's Texas. I typed in Vegas, so I was thinking they were all gonna be Vegas. Anyways, the whole fucking happened in San Bruno too.
Fuck.
And now it's starting to happen all over the town here, and they're kind of keeping it quiet.
I don't know what it could be.
It's PG&E gas lines that probably need to be fucking serviced.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's an 8-inch high pressure one on Sherman, so don't drive down there.
If you want to be a sniper, this is where you begin. Identify and eliminate each target as efficiently as you can to trigger the next wave. Eliminate all targets before time runs out. Challenge complete. Improve your aim, your score will follow. The challenge is reset. You can do better. There can be no doubt. You, soldier, are a sharpshooter.
Welcome to the Advanced Gun Course. Here you'll be tested on both speed and precision. Engage all of the small round targets in the time allowed. Accuracy counts, so don't miss. Good job out there. Try again. It's about. Get moving. Target. This is about speed and precision. Try again. Try again. for improvement. Engage all targets within the time limit. You will be judged on accuracy and speed. Don't piss about, get moving. Find the next target. This is about speed and precision. Try again. Try again. Scan for target. Not bad, soldier. Try again. Don't piss about, get moving. This course is about speed and precision. There was a lack of both out there. target practice while you can. We're deploying soon. Playtime's over, mate. You're going to the war zone. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Where you want to go? Really? Right there? Alright.
Battle Royale. Alright, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. Eliminate all targets in the AO.
Shit, getting shot at already. Damn it. I did. What we got? What we got here? Oh, thank you, sir.
Move to the next area and secure the perimeter. Gas is moving.
Yeah, I got one. Thank you.
Enemy UAV overhead.
SMG located. We should head for the safe zone. Target marked. Send it.
This is Striker 3-1. Good copy. Strike inbound.
Loadout drop inbound.
Impact, no joy.
Contract complete. Recon intel secure.
Almost over here. Assault rifle located.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Train's in position.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Repositioning. Mark some gear.
Moving up.
Got movement.
Oh, bullshit, dude. Bullshit. No fucking recoil.
You're in the gulag now. Fight to earn redeployment. Listen up, soldier. Win here and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. Time to earn your freedom, soldier. looking a little worse for wear.
my God.
You're heading back to base. It's not over yet. Your team
Whatever.
can still buy your release.
I had a lot of money on me. I don't know if you can grab my body loot. I went up that way. Ah, fuck. Oh well.
Ready for body
Friendly
armor
UAV
here.
overhead. Final deployment is making ready. Your window's closing fast. You've got gas moving in.
Shit. That's the gas.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone. Less than 5 targets remain. Let's get it done.
What do you want to do, buddy?
Gas is closing in.
I'm going.
Okay. Right behind you.
We move to the safe zone.
Nothing on heartbeat. So nothing on heartbeat. Nothing. He has no heartbeat. He's ghosting. It's 2 against 1, buddy. there camping. Oh my god. Wow, camping asshole, dude.
Grab some target practice while you can. We're deploying soon.
Blotted him.
Enemy dropping into the AR. Enemy dropping into the AO. Alright, that's enough fucking about. Now we do this for real.
Mark it up, buddy.
Moving up here.
Battle Royale.
In prison or headquarters or... Okay. I'm in prison.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh shit, here we go.
Alright lads, let's get it done.
Oh my god. How the fuck did I not kill that person? Come on.
This is the Gulag. Survive and you can redeploy. Listen up, soldier. Win here and you return to the front line. If you lose, you're done. Sort them out or capture the objective. Looking a little worse for wear. You're heading back to base.
I've been streaming this whole fucking time. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my god, I have been. I'll have to cut into these all these videos.
Yo, what's good?
What's up?
Grab some target practice while you can.
You from 209?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Manteca.
Oh, okay. I used to stay out in Turlock.
Oh, okay.
Alright, that's enough fucking about. Now we do this for real.
Where do you want to head out to? Oh, shit. It's like middle.
Wherever.
Fuck. Let's go, Nova 6 basement, start there.
Welcome. Battle Royale.
Shore side over here.
What movement? Mark the target. Raising.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Oh, hello.
Engage all
Contact! Contact!
You good?
Cargador macizo el vato.
Oh, he was pissed. Yeah, I'm good. Oh shit. Come on.
Oh fuck. You got me. Cracked him. God damn it. I ran right into him.
teammates in the gulag. If they survive, they can redeploy.
Oh, damn it. Fuck no. I had no plates.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, good.
We're in the gulag now. Fight to earn redeployment. We got
Dude shredded me with fucking that automatic shotgun.
You can always have a go at these bastards while you wait. Give them some choice words, especially amongst the well-placed stuff.
Oh, hey,
There's a fight
to your right. Right. Cool.
I got him.
Win here and you return to the front line. You lose, your fight is over. You're up, soldier. Now go sort this fucker out.
Combat.
Nice. I'm at construction.
Construction? Alright. Do you land on your loadout or now?
No.
Anybody need this?
So I think someone would land on the loadout. I'm going for it
Key
though.
over here.
Okay, I'll cover you.
Yeah, there's two people over here.
Got movement.
I'm
Gas is
good.
inbound. Marking new safe
They're
zone.
right here though. If you want to come get yours, go ahead. Cover you.
I'm good actually.
Roof.
Hostile.
Yeah.
Got a guy in a helicopter.
They're both right here.
Your shoulders.
Got
Finish
one
the
down.
mission.
Damn it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Nice.
Two different areas. I have to get your shit, sorry.
Get up and go.
Ah! Go, 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 go. I can buy you back. I can buy you back right now.
Yeah. Nice. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry I took your shit. I had to take it though.
It's all good. It's all good.
Alright, now that's done. Fuck, dude. I need that ammo crate. I'll go back to him.
Sure.
I don't know if you like snipers or not, but there's a sniper right there.
I got a gun.
Okay. Oh, fucking hell, okay.
Gas is inbound.
Oh shit, there's someone behind us.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Good shot from where?
You
Where's good shot from?
Northwest, 330.
Yep, got it.
Our team's in the safe zone.
He's right over here somewhere.
Changing position.
Right there. He ran.
I got you.
He's going.
Oh, how the fuck? I was behind the wall, man. Come on.
I got him.
Alright.
I'm coming.
Alright. I'll stay over here behind this wall.
Yeah.
Get your ass.
There's only 12 left. 8 teams left. I got no plates whatsoever. I need a buy station. I need to go get a plate thing. A plate.
There's a
crate.
satchel up here.
Oh, is there? Sweet, 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 sweet.
Yeah.
I've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Got some cash here.
Give me the car.
10 remain. You're nearly done.
Alright, here we go. Let's follow that circle and they gotta come in towards us. Yeah, they're gonna be holding on to, fucking...
Got movement.
Okay.
Mark the target.
Construction site here.
Okay.
It's gonna be right in the middle of the circle, basically.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Nine left. Nothing on heartbeat. Alright, circle's gonna be closing here in a second.
Losing ground.
You gonna stay in here?
That's where you want. You want to grab a UAV or something? Here's my money.
Yeah, here.
No, good. Oh yeah,
Oh, there's a fire
boy.
sale.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Buy one, pop it, buy one, and I'll buy one.
Okay.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Alright, yeah, so they're right there right now on the hill. Yep.
Enemy UAV
Cool.
overhead.
So they got two on the hill right now. See them? On the dots.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna get a
on the-
cluster strike.
Alright.
Actually, precision strike.
Yeah. Look at that. They're coming this way right now. Here they come. Here they come. Right here.
Down this way. Got movement.
Okay.
Gas is moving in. Use
I'm going out.
located.
Friendly recon's online.
UAV entering the AO.
Shit, the other ones are on the hill. They're gonna have to push.
Oh. Damn.
Shit.
Go easy. I've got you.
3, 2, 1. He's moving around.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for resupply.
He's gonna be like literally right fucking here somewhere on the hill.
Fire cell shot. Prices are back to normal. Gas is moving. Be advised, friendly precision airstrike
Target
inbound.
right here. Our team's in the safe zone.
Oh shit, there's someone behind us. Fuck.
What was there? Fuck.
Nice. The other guy's right next to you too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Damn, nice try.
Yeah, that's
Good
good.
shit.
Oh, you didn't even hit me. Bullshit.
One shot.